just going on a train of thought and briefly going through what I've put on the long documentary and other conversations that I've had. I've had this verbal conversation with my father, and I've put it on a long documentary. And I'm putting portions of it on this documentary, but I was having a problem. One of the cooks, Carlos, he gave me a warning, and still to this day, I don't know if it was a warning or a threat. He said, "Don't eat here anymore, Dominic. Don't eat here anymore. Don't eat here anymore." And I didn't know, was he warning me, or was he? Is it a threat? I still don't know. But I remember I had a talk with Warren and Lucy, and I'm like, basically, my food's being threatened, man. And then Warren says, "Well, that's why I don't eat here. I don't eat here because I don't want them messing with my food." But I'm like, dude, I get a free meal. I'm gonna eat. I mean, I'm not gonna stop eating at a restaurant because somebody's gonna put food. They put a camera there, and I said, "Why don't you start putting a camera right here so you can watch those kind of incidents?" Well, they ended up putting a camera in April, and this conversation happened sometime in 2008. So, funny business was happening in, I want to say around September of 2008. They started. It's almost like there was a lot of funny business, and with the cooks and the employees, and all of a sudden the bus boys, and basically the bus boys were telling me that the other servers are telling them that I'm not treating them nice. I'm not treating them good. They're doing too much work for me. I said, "Where's this coming from, man?" All of a sudden, and then I realized that some of the other. It was almost like, because this was the sentiment. It's like, I'm not a Mexican. All the Mexicans would say, "Well, you're not Mexican. You don't speak Spanish. You're not a Catholic." That kind of thing. It was kind of like this thing, and I would always say, "Hey, man." In fact, it's weird because I had a little conversation with a lady in the thing. I would say, that doesn't make you Mexican speaking Spanish or being a Catholic. What makes you Mexican is I worship the stars and the moon like the ancestors. I understand that. Like the ancestors of the Aztecs. You understand a European form of a religion and a European language that was oppressed to you by the Spanish, through the Spanish Inquisition. So don't get that mixed up. Read a book. Get educated. I would always have that conversation. I know, everyone, they always look at me and go, "Look at my skin. My skin's white, not because my skin's white because a Spaniard got in there. That's why I have white skin. That's why you have white skin. It's not because you're a full-blooded Mexican." And you should have saw a lot of these Hispanics look at me and they're like, "Oh my God, man, you're right. If you look at history, that's just what happened." Read a book. Get educated, and don't make statements like that. But there's always that thing. It's like, he's not a real Mexican. He doesn't treat us good. He makes you work too much. He makes all the money. You don't make the money that he made. You can make the money. They had that little sentiment in there. So I was wondering, was that induced by government intrusion, or is that just on their own? I don't know. I don't know when government intrusion really says, "Okay, start trouble with this guy. Tell them, create a sentiment." Because there was that sentiment. Because I still had friends. I mean, I remember this one girl. I had a confrontation with her. She was pregnant. Her name's Norma, and she used to be a host for a lot of years. And we had a confrontation. She says, and she went off on me and was disrespectful in front of customers. And said, "You're stupid. I'm not. You treat the busboys, man. I'm calling Connie." She did all this, and the customer says, "Dude, that was very disrespectful. That lady, to do that to you." I said, "Can you move to the right, please, so I can go?" She goes, "Don't tell me I can move." And then Warren sided with her, said, "Dominic, she's pregnant." I said, "Dude, I just said, can she move?" And then she wouldn't move, and she made a big deal. And then I told her, "Move." And then it turned into an end. But they used that as a propagandist incident to get favor, and then to get all the cooks said, "Oh, we're gonna get you," and all this stuff. And her uncle was the salad guy, and we were like cool. We would have a banter, and he's like, "Oh, how dare they were doing that." I'm like, "Dude, really?" And even her cousin George she goes, "Dominic, I know, man. I mean, they're out for you. They're out for you. They're trying to get you out of here because they want your waiter job. Because all of a sudden, all the Hispanics that work in the deli, they say, 'I want to be a waiter. Why can't I be a waiter? Why can't I do that?'" And they were all, it's like oh my God, what a sentence, dude, oh my God, talk about reverse racism.